Hey you guys, in this video we're going to draw a Pikipek Pokemon. He's going to look really cool. He looks like a woodpecker. Now I hope you have a marker and you have some paper and you're going to follow along with me. If I go too fast you can always pause the video. Let's first start by drawing his eye. We're going to draw it right here in the middle of our paper but towards the left. And that's so we can have enough room to draw his whole body. So we got a big oval for his eye. And then inside of this oval, we're going to draw another oval, but it's going to be on the left side of his eye. So he's going to look forward. All right, we got the smaller oval. And then inside of that, let's put another smaller circle at the top. Okay, there's his eye. Now let's draw his little beak. And we're going to draw a C shape, or backwards C, right next to his eye. We're going to draw it really pretty close, like that. And then we're going to draw a sideways V connecting the top to the bottom. So here we go, we're going to draw it. It's kind of long. This is for his beak, and then it comes back in and connects to the bottom. And then on the end of his beak, he has another contour line, and it's round just like the back. So we're going to draw backwards C. That makes it look like he's 3D. Okay, now let's draw his head. We're going to draw a really cool S line coming out of the top of his beak. So we're going to come over his head, over the top of his eye, and then we're going to curl back up. Ooh, we're drawing him really big. This is going to be awesome. All right, I hope you're still with me. Remember, don't get frustrated if I go too fast. You can pause it if you need to. Now let's draw the bottom of his head. We're going to imagine this line coming behind his beak and coming down under his eye and stopping where his neck will be. Okay, now we're going to draw the back of Pikipek's head. So we're going to start up here and draw a big curve that comes down and gets really close to touching the front line, but we're going to leave a little gap for the neck. Okay, now let's add the details to his head. So right here we're going to draw a line that comes out of the side of his beak and over the eye. Cool. Now we're going to zigzag back, forward, and almost touch the eye, and then we're going to curve back up to the top. Okay, now right here on the front, we're going to draw the other side of this stripe going down the middle of his head. Now I keep saying him, but it could be a girl, and I think it might be a girl, but I'm not positive. So you guys can leave a comment below and let me know if Pikipek is a boy or a girl. Okay, now we're going to draw the details on the back of her head, or his head. We're going to draw a little backwards, or not a backwards, but a frontwards J. Okay, and then we're going to curve back down to this line down here and connect. Now we're going to draw its chest. We're going to draw two lines coming down. One here, and then one over here where we stop that second line. Now we're going to draw two lines that come out diagonal. And then right in between these two lines, we're going to draw the letter V. And then we can connect the V to the sides. Next, we're going to draw the outside of her neck. We're going to draw a line on this side, and then we're going to draw a line over here, but this isn't going to connect to her chest. We're going to turn this into her wing. So we're going to draw a big line that curves up and almost higher, well, actually a little higher than the tip of her head. Now we're going to curve down and make all of the feathers in her wing. So right here at the top, we're going to curve for the first feather. Now we're going to draw a big 3, the number 3, and it's kind of a funny squash 3, but watch this. We're going to draw the feathers. There's one bump, and then there's the second bump. It looks like a 3, doesn't it? And then down here at the bottom, we're going to do a really small bump for the last feather. And when we come in, we're going to get really close to touching, but we're going to stop before we get there. Now this is going to curve back up. Here we go. We're going to curve back up, all the way up, and stop. We did it. We drew her first wing. Now she has a second wing, but we're going to draw it behind her head, and we're just going to draw the top of the wing popping out right over the top of her head. So there's one feather, and let's bring that down even closer. There we go, and then we're going to draw a second feather even smaller. right there. Now we're using overlapping and that makes it look 3D. See, this second wing is behind her head, so we only draw part of her wing. Next, let's come down and finish her body. We're going to draw a curve that comes down for her belly. And then right here we're going to draw a U, the letter U, for the first part of her leg. We'll come back and finish her leg later. Let's finish her body. So this line right here on her belly, we're going to imagine it going behind her leg and a little bit coming out the back. Now let's draw her back. Let's start up here by her wing. And we're going to draw a curve that comes down and gets close to touching, but we're going to leave a gap. And this is for her tail. So we're going to draw a curve that comes out here and a curve that comes out the bottom. And then we can connect these two. We did it. We finished her tail. Now we can come back over here and finish her leg and her feet. So let's draw the second part of her leg coming forward. So we drew two lines coming out of that letter U. Then we're going to draw her foot. And now it's going to come up here and get close to her belly. So we're going to draw a line that comes down, touches her leg, and comes past it. Now we're going to draw the two toes on the top of her foot. So we're going to draw a line that comes down and it stops right in line with her leg. Then we're going to come back up and draw a bent line. Okay, this is for her second toe. Now we're going to come back in. And then she has two toes on the bottom. So let's draw a line that comes forward. And then we're going to draw a V to connect the bottom. Up and then back down. All right, she has four toes. She has two big ones coming out the top and two coming out the bottom. Now let's draw her other leg. So right here, we're going to imagine another U behind this foot. Is that cool? So we're using overlapping, so we only drew part of it. Then we can draw these two lines for the second part of her leg coming forward. And then we're going to repeat a lot of the same steps that we did for this first foot. So let's draw that big line that connects to her foot or to her leg and comes past it. Then we're going to draw the top toe that's really big, comes down and ends right in line with her leg. And then we're going to go back up and curve it forward. Then we're going to finish that toe coming back down. Okay, now we're going to draw the bottom two toes. So let's draw a line coming forward. And then we're going to draw an upside down V or an A shape just like we did over here. Up and then down. And we did it! We finished drawing Pikipek. She turned out awesome, or he. I'll find out when you leave a comment below. I hope you had a lot of fun following along with me. Now we still need to color our Pokemon. I'm going to use the computer to color her, but you guys can pause the video to match the same coloring. You could use colored pencils, oil pastels, you could even use crayons or markers. Now remember, it's okay if your drawings don't look exactly like mine, because the most important thing is to have fun and to practice. Alright you guys, if you had fun following along with me in this lesson, be sure to hit the circle icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also be sure to hit the bell so that you get notifications when we upload new videos. And if you really like drawing Pokemon, check out our playlist that's full of all of our Pokemon lessons. And we'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye!